Hi guys, I'm going to show you how to put together this amazing weeknight dinner in under 30 minutes. Okay, let's get started. Tonight for dinner, we are having crispy oven broiled chicken legs. So the chicken legs cook quick, 20 minutes, your chicken legs are done. As long as they're internal temperature 165, of course, check, but it's usually 20 minutes on high. And it makes the chicken legs super crispy and still super juicy inside. And we are going to season these with olive oil, salt, paprika, parsley, lime juice, black pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder. That's it. Those are the ingredients that are going to make amazing crispy chicken legs in 20 minutes. And then we're going to serve that with some beans and rice and some air fried peppers. Just salt and pepper, a little oil on those. Get them nice and delicious and sweet and crispy. It's 6:30 in the morning, and I want to get these in the marinade before I go to work. So to get the marinade ready, I am going to do 1/3 cup of extra virgin olive oil, 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 tablespoon of parsley, 2 teaspoons of onion powder, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 2 teaspoons of paprika, the juice of half a lime. You want about 2 tablespoons of lime juice. So if your lime is not that juicy, then just do the whole entire lime. I'm actually going to do the whole lime because this is not that juicy. Mix this all together. All right, and now, and the reason I'm doing this at 6:30 in the morning is because I want this to marinate all day. The longer they marinate, the better they're going to taste. And so I'm just going to take my chicken legs, toss them in there. Everything a nice toss. You want the chicken legs completely coated in this delicious marinade. It's almost like a paste because it's a very thick marinade, but that's what you want because when you broil these, it's almost going to make like a very thin, like crispy crust on the chicken legs. So good. So these are very well coated in the marinade. And now I am just going to cover the bowl in saran wrap and pop this in the fridge. You can also just put it in a Ziploc bag if you don't have room. I actually don't have room for this huge bowl in the fridge. So let me get a Ziploc bag. I do not have room for that huge bowl in the fridge. So this is what we're going to do. Okay, so I'm gonna zip up the bag. Get the air out of there. There we go. And that's it. These are gonna marinate in the fridge all day. And I'm gonna show you how this $4 tray of chicken is going to turn into a crispy, delicious, amazing dinner. Okay, guys, it is after work. These chicken legs have been marinating all day in the fridge. Anyway, so I'm going to cook these in the broiler on high, and it's going to take about 20 minutes. So this is actually the perfect meal to cook together because these take about 20 minutes in the broiler. The rice takes 20 minutes on the stove, and these take about 15 minutes in the air fryer. So it'll be perfect. And then I'm going to put some black beans, but we'll get to that in a minute. So I'm going to get the chicken set up on the broiler pan. And this is the pan that came with the stove. And I love this pan because A, you line up your meats, your chicken, your ribs, whatever it is you're cooking, sausages, and all the grease drips down to the bottom. But I love it even more because the grease is very concealed under there, because it's a pretty solid pan with, just some few slots here and there. So the grease doesn't spatter out as if you were to put it in one of those racks, like the turkey oven roasting racks, where it's a big pan with the rack in the middle, but you could see the bottom of the pan. This is perfect because it doesn't splatter the grease everywhere. It doesn't start smoking. I love this pan, as you can see from a lot of use that it's gotten. So let me get these set up. I'm going to use my tongers. Look at that. They smell good. They smell very good. I want to put them with the fat side, meaning the thicker side of the drumstick, facing in because the broiler flame, right, is right down the middle. And we're putting this pan straight into the oven. I'll show you when I put it in. Oops. Okay. And that is it. Okay, folks. So as you see, I put them about 5 inches from the broiler. I have the broiler on high. You see the flame. And these are going to be in here for 10 minutes. And then I'm going to take them out and I'm going to flip them over and do another 10 minutes on the other side. And then I will take my meat thermometer. And as long as the internal temp is 165, they are good to go. So I'll see you in 10. And in the meantime, I'm going to get everything else ready. And over here, I have 2 cups of jasmine rice. I actually rinsed it this morning and I left it on the counter. So this is rinsed, it's clean and ready to go. So now I am going to make the jasmine rice, I am going to take 3 cups of water. That's 2, I need 1 more. The reason that sizzled like crazy like that is because as I'm getting things ready, I turn the pots on, not to waste time in letting it to start heat up. So that's 3 cups of water. I'm going to wait for this to start boiling. And in the meantime, I'm going to put the black beans in here. Now this is black bean soup. This is amazing black bean soup. We're not eating it as soup today, but I'm going to heat it up in the pan. And then I'm going to get a slotted spoon and pour the black beans over the jasmine rice. And the reason I'm doing that as opposed to just using a plain can of beans is because these are so flavorful and it's a weeknight. I don't have time to sit there making, delicious, flavorful stewed black beans from scratch. So this is my way of having delicious black beans over rice on a weeknight, nice and quick and super delicious. Never tried this black bean soup. It's amazing. The only thing you need to watch out is that it's very salty. It has a lot of sodium. So if you're watching your sodium, they do make the low sodium one, same brand, but low sodium. But because I'm not going to drink the juice or the soup, we're just going to eat the beans and we're going to strain the beans and put it on the rice. I'm going for the regular sodium. Because the rice is plain. I don't add salt, I don't add butter, I don't add oil to my rice. I add nothing. So I'm going to cover this, and when there's 10 minutes left, 15 minutes left for everything else, I'll put this on. Okay, and now we're back over here because the chicken's in the oven. I'm waiting for the water to boil for the rice. The beans are in the pan. I'm not going to turn those on for another 10 minutes. I'm going to get these ready. So these are tricolored peppers. They're like baby bell peppers. They're not spicy, nothing. They're just super delicious sweet peppers. And in the summer, I love putting these on the grill, but I don't have access to the grill right now, so I'm going to put them in the air fryer. I could throw them in the oven, but the air fryer gets them a little more crispier on the outside. I love that. So I'm going to spritz them with a little bit of olive oil. I don't want them too greasy, just enough to coat them. And I am going to sprinkle some pink Himalayan salt on them. Okay. And some black pepper. And I washed the peppers this morning before I left. After I did the chicken, got that in the fridge, I washed the peppers and I rinsed the rice and I left everything on the counter. I even left the pots out on the stove and the broiler rack out on the stove. So when you get home, simple. Everything is set up for you. Okay. So I am going to put these in the air fryer, but I'm not going to turn them on. I'm going to turn them on at the same time that I put the beans on. Okay, the water for the rice is starting to boil. Put the jasmine rice in there. Give it a stir. I love jasmine rice. It smells so buttery, even though there's nothing in here but water and rice. It just has this like amazing richness, like the smell to it. It's not like plain rice. I've said it in my other videos. It's not like regular rice. Okay, so I'm going to cover this, let it come to a boil. Again, give it another stir, and then turn it down to simmer for 20 minutes, and it'll be done. Okay, this just came back up to a boil, so I'm going to give it another stir, make sure nothing is stuck at the bottom. Just like that, simple. Okay, that's it. Cover this. Okay. Put it on low, and I'll see you in 20 minutes. I'm going to put the timer on for 20. There we go. Okay, now let's go over to the air fryer with these peppers. Okay, I'm going to dump these in, and these are going to hang out for a little bit. I'll put these on in 5 minutes at the same time that I put on the beans, because these are going to take about 15 minutes at 400 without preheating the air fryer. I just wait until it's time and then I turn it on. So I'll see you in 5 minutes. Okay, so there's 14 minutes on the timer, which means the rice will be done in 14 minutes and I have 4 minutes before I turn the chicken. So I am going to turn on the beans. Okay, so I just put the air fryer on 400, 14 minutes. Okay guys, so these have been in there for 10 minutes. They look super nice and toasty. So now I am simply going to flip them around to have the other side facing up. And I'm going to put them back in for another 10 minutes. And then we'll check them. Obviously, the smaller the chicken legs, the shorter amount of time they take to cook. The larger, the longer time. So just use your meat thermometer. I used to overcook everything because I was always afraid of it being undercooked, and who wants to get salmonella, E. coli, trichinosis, and all those other things that come from undercooked meats. So, but once I invested in a meat thermometer, then I kind of was able to get an idea of how long things have to cook. And now, most of the time I don't even need to use the meat thermometer, but I have one just in case. So, I'm going to put these in for another 10 minutes. So I'll see you in another 10. Okay, so you honestly don't even need this because you have the chicken, you have the peppers, you have the rice, and you have the beans. But I need something cold. I need something crunchy. I need something, a contrast. The rice is soft, the peppers are soft, the beans are soft. I need something crispy, something cold. And I'm just going to make a little bit because I know my kids won't eat it and my husband will have a little bit. But just a little something. So, so this is, you know, you can get these bags of pre-made slaw, but this is kale slaw. And I put some of this in my eggs this morning, and it's just a easy, fast way to get a lot of veggies and different nutrients in you and fiber. So this is kale, broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, red cabbage, carrot, and Brussels sprouts. So all those things are in here. This whole bag was under $2, and it's just a fast, quick, and easy way to add extra veggies in your meals. So here we go. So I have some shredded carrot. I actually needed the shredded carrot for something I'm making tomorrow, but I don't need the whole bag. So I'm going to start putting this in my salads. I also have some chopped onion in the fridge from something I made the other day. So I can easily and quickly throw a little bit of this in there. Just like that. Nice and quick. A little more. Okay. Everything we're having tonight is savory. The beans are savory. The chicken is super savory. The peppers are savory and sweet, actually. But I want a little bit of sweetness. So I have that salad right there. And I am going to put in a little bit of poppy seed dressing, which is on the sweet side, just a little bit. And then I'm going to put a little bit of apple cider vinegar. Just like that, and a little bit of olive oil. So you're not drowning your salad in dressing, but you're just using about a tablespoon just to give it some sweetness. And then extra virgin olive oil and apple cider vinegar for that little bit of acidity. And you have yourself a quick, fast, crunchy cold salad to go with your amazing dinner. Let's give this a taste. Get some of that kale, some broccoli, there we go. Let's see. It's perfect. It's sweet. It's vinegary. It's rich from the olive oil. Delicious. You don't even need to put salt and pepper in there. Okay, so this is ready. I just wanted a little something on the side. Let me get a big spoon for serving this. Okay, so we got a spoon for this. Okay, these have been in here 10 minutes. They need a little bit more time. You can see some of them are like browned and starting to like get wrinkly. That's what you want, but these need a little bit more time. So just give them a shake, and that's it. Let them finish the last few minutes. Hey guys, so the rice is done. Let me just fluff it up. Ooh, that smells so good. Okay, so we're gonna fluff up the rice using a fork. And that's it. The jasmine rice is ready. Okay. Ooh. So the beans are simmering beautifully. These are done. And we're just going to take these beans and put them right over the rice. And if you want to put a little bit of this sauce, you can to flavor the rice, but these beans are so flavorful, you don't even need that juice. And if you're watching your sodium, you don't want the juice anyway. Okay, so the timer just went off on these. Let me zoom in. You see how they're nice and like collapsed and wrinkly? They're done. These are ready. So they were in there for 14 minutes at 400. Okay, so I'm going to close this to keep them warm, and I'm going to go check on the chicken. Okay guys, so I just took these out of the oven. They were on broil high 10 minutes. Then I flipped them and did another 10. Now I can tell that these are not done. How can I tell? Because normally when they're done, you see how this one started to split right there? That's what they do when they're done. A lot of these have not split. They're still intact, which means I know they're not going to be at 175 Fahrenheit in the middle. So I'm going to put them back in the oven for another 5 minutes, and then we'll check the temperature. Hey guys, so these have been in there for a total of 25 minutes. Let's check the temperature. We did 10, flipped, 10, checked. They weren't up to temp yet. You want them at 175. So let's put this thermometer on and check that they're at 175, because if not, they need a little more time. So let's take this big fat one right here. All right, let's see. Okay guys, so I'm going to zoom in on the thermometer. You can see it is registering 176.9, 177. So these are done. Okay guys, dinner served. So we have the crispy broiled chicken legs. So we have the crispy broiled chicken legs, the jasmine rice with the black beans, the multi-vegetable sweet and vinegary salad, and the air fryer sweet peppers. So I'm going to go in with my hands and give this chicken a taste. Here we go. That is good. You see that? Cooked perfectly. Perfectly. Tastes delicious. Okay. Let's try this rice and beans. Just like this. Nice sweet pepper. They're soft, they're juicy, they're good. And then we already tried the salad, so we already know that's going to be good. Now this is an amazing dinner in under 30 minutes because I meal prepped a little bit in the morning before I left. I marinated the chicken, I measured out the rice and I rinsed it, and I washed the peppers. That's it. And I had that ready to go. I had the pans out that I was going to use. So when I came home, it was just a matter of putting everything on. And in under 30 minutes, you have this amazing, delicious meal. Really good. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. We're going to go eat dinner. Bye.